Hello, I'm Joshua Kitts from the Composed Dream Game RPG Marketplace, and today I want to take a closer look at Tavern Tales from Escape Plan Games. This is a 5e D&D supplement with 14 mini-adventures and a tavern. We're going to bust open the cling wrap on this in a second and take a bit of a flip through it. It's quite a nice hardcover. Very briefly, I will mention we do have a number of other 5th edition D&D supplements. This includes Sina Una, which is a Filipino mythology-based campaign setting. The Griffin Saddlebag, which is 365 treasures, a treasure for each day of the year. The Humblewood campaign setting, where you're kind of, cute birds. And Pendelhaven's Creatures of Fairy Tale and Myth, which would be a monster book with a lot of lore, very authentic mythology-based lore. As well as a few 5e spell decks, animated spell decks, and the deck of animated things. We do carry all of these things. But let's take a look at Escape Plan Games Tavern Tales. Alright, so let's get this open. I do often encourage local retailers who may be carrying this with us to have it not in cling wrap, because it's very nice for prospective customers to be able to take a look at it and see what it's like on the inside. So we can see the illustration a little bit better now that it's not quite so shiny. Nice looking book. It does. Nice little intro about how it's classic to start in a tavern and kind of getting back to that. Nice maps. And when you get it from us, or if you get it from a local retailer, you can come to us and ask for those maps as well as part of it. So it is quite heavily illustrated, and also they're tucked away here, but there are a couple bookmarks there that you can use to mark pages of interest. So 2 different ones you can use. So why don't I have looked at this a couple times, but never in depth to date. So there's these nice handouts that you could print off, including the magic items that your characters might have found on a particular mission or quest. Is a very nice book. There's a lot in there. So this clocks in 292 pages. Some extra concept art at the end. 290. There are some rules. So this is player-run merchant sheet. So there are some rules in this tome for sort of having your own shop at this sort of carnival fair that's happening. The tavern in question has a bit of a sort of carnival fair atmosphere, and you can set up a shop there and sell things. There's some mechanics in there for this. So, not sure how well we can see that this is going to come through on camera, but we've got Chapter 1 on the tavern, so cover some of the tavern staff, some of the local legends, some pub games you can play, And then a little bit about the circus that's going on. And then we have merchants. So merchants who are here at sort of the fair or the circus that's going on, and things you can find, different stalls, and a section for player-run stalls. And then we have the tales. So this is Tavern Tales. So we have I believe it's 14. 14 tales or adventures to go on. So that's the bulk of the book. So that is from page 68, well, 75 if you start there, till 259, probably until 270 actually, when the player's option starts. There's a little bit of player options, so some backgrounds: fortune teller, acrobat, tent master, and clown, that all have that kind of carnival theme. And then there's a couple subclasses and a few magic items. So here, example is of the tavern staff. So illustration, right up for her. Okay. And here we have Top of the World Circus. Circus comes to town. And then lots of different tales that you can explore, and maps that you could use for the adventures. Alright, so I do want to read a little bit about from one of these tales. This is Lucina Witherwood, for levels 5 to 6 and 4 to 5 players. Has some danger to children and spiders in it. 7-year-old Lucina Witherwood has a problem. She made a wish in the heat of the moment, and now her parents are missing. Like her favorite storybook heroes, she's headed to the tavern to find a team to help with her quest and reverse her mistake. However, Lucy doesn't know what her new fairy friend, Kevin, overheard her arguing with her parents about going to the village school. He helpfully solves her problem by spiriting them off to his house in the Fey Realm. She'll need a sharp group of adventurers to find their way to the Fey Realm, brave Kevin's traps, and rescue her family. Each of the tales does actually call out perhaps a different writer, so they might not all have exactly the same feel, but hopefully that gives some sense of at least one of the tales that you might pick up if you pick up Tavern Tales. So I do hope that's piqued your interest. Anytime you pick up something from the Composed Dream Game RPG Marketplace, a PDF is included. This includes some maps that you could easily either print out or load into a VTT if you wanted to do that. If you pick this up from a friendly local game store, you're always welcome to reach out to us as well, and we'll help make sure that you get your PDF. Next week, I think I might talk about The 13th Fleet by a Manitoba area publisher, which we just have in PDF now. It's fantastic. It's a game of dark humor. It sort of uses the Blades in the Dark engine, I believe, but it's very different in that it's kind of a paranoia-esque game where you're playing captains who stab each other in the back and so on. All right, that's all for me today. Good gaming.